Welcome to Barrick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2015 MY16 Mitsubishi Triton GLS. Now being the GLS model, it does have a few added features and benefits than your standard entry-level GLX car. So we will run through what this car has to offer you as well as the condition of this particular Triton. Now starting off at that front end, do notice the first thing in the front here is that nice chrome nudge bar there. It's going to keep you nice and safe from damage in the car. Not obviously as functional as a bull bar, but it's just going to protect the front end, especially when you're parking or traveling around, especially these parts of town. Now on these GLS models, you get all the beautiful chrome accents, so chrome front grills, chrome side mirrors, chrome door handles, so all the nice aesthetics that do come in the GLS model. Now the bonnet itself, the front of the car itself presents really well. We do, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but we have done a few little touch-ups here and there on the actual bonnet that is from a few little stone chips. Now, if you did want to hide it, do recommend talking to us about a tinted bonnet protector. It would actually look really good in this car, and with that tinted look, it'll just complete the whole front end. Now, this car comes fitted with fog lamps at the very bottom there, and you've got that really nice headlight there in the MQ models with the projector globe fitted there with your daytime running lights through the front of the headlight. Now as we come around to the side, keep paying attention to the paintwork because this car presents really well, and in this blue color it is actually exceptionally maintained, and you do want to maintain it how it's being kept. So please speak to us about our glass coat option because that's going to give you a lifetime warranty on this blue paintwork. However, taking a look at this first alloy wheel here, now there is a little bit of gutter rash here, nothing too concerning, actually a little bit down here as well, so a little bit of rash around there, but the rim itself is in good condition and you've got lots of tread remaining on those tires. As you come across the driver's side, paintwork is really good on this side of the car. It does also come fitted with that step, which if you are vertically inclined, this is going to help you obviously get in and out of the car. Now, as I mentioned before, the door handles and the side mirrors are chrome matched, so it gives it a very nice characteristics to the side of the car, and the indicator lamp is fitted into that side mirror there, which just clears up that quarter panel, but also elevates the lamp for the other drivers on the road. If you just open it up just to have a look inside, you can see how well the seat bolsters have been kept, so really nice and firm, no damage, no stains or marks on the seats or tears, and the carpet lining is really clean, so no damage there whatsoever. And you can see here the previous owner's taken the extra precaution of actually putting a guard here on this part of the car, which generally gets a lot of wear and tear and damage, especially when you're getting in and out, especially with the side step. You're going to want to utilize it. So little tip there, get some which he's already done for you, so it's going to keep it nice and safe. And the door card itself presents really well, so no damage on the door card as well. And if you just open up the back doors just so you can see the back, you can see how much space this car has in the back as well. It will fit a grown person in there comfortably. Now one thing I will note, GLS models come with the slightly tinted rear glass. Now I say tinted, but it's not actually tint, it's just privacy glass, just to provide a bit of privacy for the passengers or whatever you might keep in the back seat. But we do highly recommend you still take advantage of some tint options. Now it is slightly tinted, but if you do want a more darker look, please speak to us about these options because we can provide that for you. Now if you come over to that second alloy, a little bit of marks here and a little bit on this spoke here, but the rest of the rim is in good condition. Another little chip there of the paint, but the rim itself still presents really well and lots of tread on those tires. Now coming to the tub, as you can see, it is fitted with a soft tonneau cover as well as a sports bar, and we've got the ladder racks here, so if you do plan on using this for work, it is already fitted out for whatever you could possibly need it for. But if you did need any additional things fitted on, such as a tow bar, or maybe you wanted to remove these, we can do that for you, so speak to us about this when you do come in. We are quite flexible and happy to help cater for your needs. Now if you just open up this tonneau cover here, just so you can see the tailgate, I will drop it down. It does come fitted with a tub liner in here, and you've got the mats in there which do need to dry out a little bit, but the tub liner is in good condition. There's no damage or cracking on the tub itself. Probably could do with a little bit of a clean. Now if I close this up, I'll worry about that later. Nice badging at the back, and you've also got a reverse camera in this car, which is going to help you reverse such a big vehicle. As we come across the passenger side, very light mark here on the paint, but nothing to be worried about. Fuel fill cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side, so if you do need to pull over in case of an emergency, you know you're going to be nice and safe from any oncoming traffic. Now that third alloy, again, a little bit of rash here. Generally this is the side of the car that gets the most damage due to parking on the side of the curb, but rim still presents pretty well, minor damage there and lots of tread on the tires. Now if you take a look at the Triton, there is quite a unique shape to it. As you notice, it does have kind of a curve at the back here. Some people like it, some people don't, but this is intentional and it's actually trademarked to Mitsubishi. What we call this is the J-line. Now, there are three benefits to the J-line. One benefit being the shorter wheelbase. As you can see, it curves in down here. That allows for the wheels to be closer together, and it allows for a class-leading tighter turning circle. So the design is intentional. Now, in addition to that, you get a hip flex angle here, 35-degree hip flex angle, which allows more room for the passenger and their legs, as well as a slight tilt in the back headrest, which allows for more room up the top here. So lots of space in the back due to the design and a smaller wheelbase. So that is why the Triton is one of the best in its class. Side step on the passenger side as well, and the paintwork is consistent all the way through here. And the fourth and final alloy, pretty much unmarked. A few minor chips here, but nothing to be worried about. So we've got 4 great tires. Rims are in good condition, not perfect, but they are in good condition. The paintwork, however, presents really well, and you've got already a tint soft tonneau cover and that ladder rack there with the tub liner fitted. So lots of accessories fitted onto this car. What we're going to do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Taking a look inside the engine bay of the Triton, what we have here is Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder 2.4 litre turbo diesel motor. Now, it is fitted with a 5-speed automatic gearbox, so plenty of torque and power, nice long gears for a good cruise, and if any towing needs that you might be using this car for. Now, the Triton itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so lots of safety for the passengers inside the car. This motor itself produces 133 kilowatts with 430 newton meters of torque, so lots of torque and power for any payload needs or towing needs, and that is why this is one of the best cars on the market at the moment. As I mentioned before, it is a diesel fuel tank with a 75 litre capacity. It's got a combined fuel consumption of about 7.6 litres per 100 kilometres and an average fuel distance of about 987 kilometres off a full tank, depending on how you drive and whether you're towing and what kind of payload you're carrying around. Now, taking a look inside the Triton, starting off on that driver's side door, as you can see, really nice door card. It does have your window controls just next to that, so you can just up and down. Now, your driver's side is automatic up and down, whereas the rest are just your standard power windows that you do need to hold down manually. Above that is your window lock control. And on the right hand side of the dash here, a few little buttons. So up here is your side mirror toggles. Now, there is a little button to fold the mirrors in if you did want to. However, locking it will fold those in. It's more so if you're sitting on the side of the road. Below that are 2 blank buttons and your stability control, as well as your headlight adjuster for the headlights. So if you have a bit of weight in the payload, in tub, and the car is tilting up a little bit, you can actually adjust the heights there. Now, your hood release and fuel release caps are just under the dash here. And on the right hand stock are your headlight controls. So fog lamps are just on the inside, and your standard headlights on the outside with your left and right indicator and your high beam. And on the left hand side are your wipers and washer controls. Now, the steering wheel itself is a very nice, comfortable leather stitched steering wheel. On the right hand side are your cruise control controls. So your cruise control and speed limiter, mental blank. And on the left hand side are your media controls, so volume up and down, mode to flick to the different options, as well as your call reject and voice control. Now, coming over to the entertainment system and the head unit, very nice, easy to use system. As you can see, it comes with AM, FM radio, digital radio, CD and USB input if you did want to use that, as well as Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect your music there or just your standard phone. And you can see you also got auxiliary settings, and phone obviously is for your mobile connection. Now, below that is your climate control. So being the GLS model, you get dual zone climate control. So driver and passenger have their own temperatures and fan speed in the middle with all your mode buttons below that. Underneath that, few little extra buttons. So hazards, nice and easy to access. This is just an indicator for the seat belts or who's not wearing their seat belts. A few blank buttons if you did want to add any light bars, any additional stuff, and a USB socket for any charging that you might be doing in the car. Underneath that is a bit of storage. You can actually remove that clip if you wanted to make room for slightly larger things. We'll clip that in there. And if you look at this gear shifter, nice leather stitched gear shifter. If I bring that into reverse, you get to see that nice reverse camera that comes in this model, and you can see the rear bar at the bottom there with your guiding lines. And if you were to hook a tow bar on here, you can see that quite clearly in this model. And if I bring it down to drive and actually flick it to the right, you can flick to the gears manually yourself. So if you did want a bit of extra control over the car, you can do that with the gearbox. What we have here is Mitsubishi's four-wheel drive super select system. So you can actually flick into your high settings going up to 100 kilometers per hour. So very nice and easy to use, and we'll be happy to give you more guidelines as to how this functions and the benefits of this and why it is one of the best systems on the market. 2 cup holders with your manual handbrake. and a nice center console armrest. If I lift it up here, there's a compartment for a bit of storage, or like a shelf, and then underneath that, additional storage with another 12-volt input in there for any extra charging that you might be doing. However, there is one out here if you did need it, with the cigarette lighter on there. However, don't encourage people to smoke in the car. I'll get the camera person to actually pan around the interior to show you the back seats. The seats in the back actually present really well. They're nice and clean, no tears or marks that I can see, and the carpet lining again is very clean on the inside of this car, and it has been maintained quite well by the previous owner. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2015 MY16 Triton GLS in an MQ. Now I hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition of the car, and I got to say it presents really well and does come fitted with a few good accessories, so great value for money. Now if you did have any additional questions about this car, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. Now the number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now what that will offer you is 5 years extended protection, up to 200,000 kilometers coverage on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. Does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. And if you are towing or traveling or planning on using this car for work, there is a lot of value in this service, so please speak to us about this. In addition to that, do highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat and tint option, which is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful blue paintwork, and it's going to give you the darkest legal tint if you did want to opt for that, or we can just go for the protection. Now these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal diesel effective repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, please jump online and check out our Google reviews. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, kind of gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.